Hey kids, it's Mr. Hamon, and I'm going to attempt to show you how to make my childhood paper airplane. I would say this is about moderate, well, maybe a little harder than normal, but I made this when I was your age, and I loved it. And what we liked about it was that it doesn't have a pointy tip, so when it runs into walls, it doesn't damage the plane as much. So feel free, give this a shot if you want to. I almost start out wrong. So you just start by taking your 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and you're going to fold one corner all the way over to the other side of the paper like this. And again, this is a fairly forgiving paper airplane in that it doesn't usually have to be perfect, and it still works out, which I like. You've seen this on the other ones. Technique-wise, you use your fingernail to go across the crease. If you don't like using your fingernail, you can grab like an eraser. Works really well, and just use an eraser. And that makes a sharp crease too. Okay, so you've done that. Then you're just going to take the corner, the new corner that you have, okay, and you're going to pull it down until you make a house-like shape. See, and I haven't even made very good lines on mine, so here we go. I'm just going to use my fingernail. So see, you have a house-like shape when you're done, kind of with a flap. All right. Now, once you've done that, you're just going to refold it the opposite way. So I'm going to open it back up, and then I started with this corner. Now I'm going to go to the other corner and fold it down and make the house the opposite way. Now it's on the other side. And I'm doing that because I want the creases to be able to go back and forth. This is the hardest step of the entire thing. You open up your plane or your paper, and when you bring it down, you're going to take the sides here and pull them down at the same time. You're going to get this weird structure up here. Now, one of the creases is already to go and be folded, but the other one's not. So I'm going to kind of push it out the opposite way so that both my creases are kind of facing the outside. Okay? And this is just kind of ugly how you have to do this, but you just kind of situate it down by grabbing the creases and pulling down, and you kind of just smash it together. You gotta kind of work on the point a little bit. That's probably the toughest thing. It makes like kind of a bulb at the end, because you're gonna have to work it like kind of pushing that down into a point. And make sure you get the middle folded and the sides. Okay, so when you're done, if you've done it right, you have like these two like wing structures right there, okay? And it looks like a house. Now, that was the hardest part. From here on out, I just fold in half just to get my crease back. Okay. Now I'm going to take the flaps, fold them up towards the front of the plane. Fold this up towards the front of the plane. This is actually the same method you use to make one of those paper boxes that you can blow up. When you make the paper box, you just take off the bottom part here. So it's a similar fold to that. But you fold up like this, okay? Then you're going to fold down. And I fold about an inch or so down. That's my scientific way of doing it. A lot of this is just experimentation. And then after you've got that down, you've got the like triangle look going there, okay? The last thing you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half and make your wings. Now, when you make your wings, you can do it a bunch of different ways. Some kids always like to pull it down like this and just have it an even surface. I like to fold mine so that there's, let's see if I can draw this for you. I like to fold mine so the back end is bigger than the front end. So it kind of folds down like that. So the back end's bigger than the front. So I'm actually going to fold mine as slant. The weight's in the front of the plane, so it's going to pull the plane along. The hardest part to do with folding is that front part. You really have to fold it hard. And then I'm going to do the same thing back here. Try to line up my wings. I will tell you this from previous experience, getting your wings the same size is pretty stinking important. You want those wings to be the same size if you can do it. Okay, so there's my plane. You can see the back end's a little bit wider or taller than the front end. That's my plane. Now from here, I'll have to do a little bit of experimentation to get to fly well.